This 200-unit low-income apartment complex was run down and on the market 2 years ago. Luckily for the residents, a non-profit developer bought it for $25 million with the help of federal tax credits.
30 units, here and 60 units there.
Ann Wilson is with the developer that bought it, Community Housing Works.
If someone else had purchased this property, Escondido would have lost 200 really nice apartments. I mean, they're nice now. They weren't that nice when we purchased them because we renovated them, but 200 families would have lost affordable housing. That's a big number for a city of this size.
Mariella Johnson has lived here for 15 years and brought up 2 daughters.
This is my 2 daughters. This is my husband.
When she first moved in, she only had to wait a month to get into this unit. Now the waiting list for a unit in this complex is 2 to 4 years. Her rent is just over $900 for this 2-bedroom apartment, and she knows she could not afford to move out. Market rate rents for a unit like this are around $1,500. She's pleased with the renovations that Community Housing Works has made, like new windows. They replaced all the fencing and the wooden balconies.
The fences are new. They paint all walls. They paint all our kitchen.
For Johnson, the most important improvements were to security.
In every single apartment, they have door lights too.
The security gates that were broken now work, and there are security cameras in every courtyard.
So the cameras are filming all the time, 24 hours, so they know who go inside and who leave the property. So it's very good. I feel very secure in here. Mm-hmm.
So this is our community center. This is in a building that existed when we took over the property, but it was completely shuttered. The kids called it the haunted house because it wasn't doing anything here.
Sylvia Martinez, the project manager with Community Housing Works, says they've invested $8.3 million in renovations.
So we've reopened, revitalized this area, and it's going to be full of kids. It's going to be here on behalf of the community.
Martinez says Community Housing Works is investing in more than bricks and mortar. The developer is also committed to building a healthy community here.
So we do work a lot with school-age kids on school success, on enrichment around literacy, which is a prime factor in knowing that kids are going to succeed in later years, as well as other computer technology access. We have a computer room behind me.
Renovations included new roofs, new plumbing, and solar hot water. In one of the courtyards, solar panels shade a recreation area next to a new soccer field.
You can't keep kids away from balls, but you want to make sure they're doing it in a safe place.
And we have to provide new.
Wilson says if a for-profit developer had bought this apartment complex, the $8 million spent on upgrades would likely have gone to investors as profits.
So this was something that a private company would have purchased, put minimal rehab in, waited 15 years, raised the rents, effectively evicting any of the low-income residents, converted it to market rate, and probably sold it at a much higher profit. Community Housing Works, we have to be just as good a real estate developer. We're real estate developers. We have to do everything they do except like Ginger Rogers in high heels and backwards. So we have to compete with them in the market to get these opportunities. Then we have to go out and find the financing to keep it affordable. And we invest those profits that for them would go to shareholders back into renovations.
Wilson says it's much less expensive to renovate than to build new because you don't have to go through community approvals and rezoning. She says California law gives cities credit for how many new homes they plan to build for low-income families, but few incentives to preserve the housing they already have. Alison St. John, KPBS News.